Greetings everyone, Chad Titus over here, as you know by now, Shots by Chad. So today we will be doing a little of an interview with the one and only, yours truly, Hustle Fairy, as you know her by now. Okay guys, so let's start with the first question. So our first question for you is, tell us, who is Zalia?
Okay, so Chad, I'm glad you said my name like that. I'm Zalia-Anne, born and bred in Belleville South. I'm a girl that grew up on the not so nice side of town, contrary to popular belief. It's come to my attention recently that a lot of people believe I've grown up with everything. People know a little bit about my story, but I was a high school dropout. I left school in grade 10 to basically make sure that my family had exactly what they needed. And that being said, life has always been tough. Even now, doing what I do and having what I have isn't the easiest. So, got married at 23, the same year that I was doing my matric, because I already at then started in the industry as a shampoo girl, junior stylist to the law salon that I worked at. And yes, qualifying as a stylist was important for me. However, I also wanted the bigger picture. And the bigger picture to me was being in the corporate industry. I did that, and in essence, who Zalia-Anne is somebody that is constantly recreating herself. I base my life off brand new innovation. I move with what I spiritually feel is correct for me. For the longest time, I've tried to answer what I now know was God's calling. I'm finally there. I am finally there. I'm trying to walk in a path of more awareness and enlightenment for me and for what I'm supposed to be doing in this world. So Zalia-Anne is an entrepreneur from Belleville South that had a quite tough life. I don't regret any part of it because it molded me into the person that I am. I'm a mom. I love my babies to the moon and back. They are 90% of the reason I do what I do. The other 10% is knowing that I cannot fail as a colored woman coming from Cape Town and being stigmatized for like most of my life. So yeah.
Well, that's very well said, guys. There you have it. That's who Zalia is. Zalia is.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, so you have said something about starting with shampoo back in the day. It was one of the first times. But I'm also still gonna ask you, when did you start your business?
My business started when I worked for Pizzazz Hair, Body and Nails. I was actually in the bar. I worked in the bar, worked as a bar lady at the age of 18, and then Carla Paley, the woman that basically was the foundation of who and what I am today, pulled me into the hairdresser. She said, I can see that you're always interested in this. However, let's start you out at the back basin. So back in the day, I used to start out on a Friday afternoon. It was very busy. And when I left Pizzazz, I started then selling cleaning products as extra income. So I can say as early as 2009, I really started my first own side hustle. Officially in 2017, when I was pregnant with my first child, I decided I've already gone corporate. I have done most things. I was still doing hair while I was on the corporate side. And this was the time. Now clients started asking me to get boots and jackets and those things. And basically that is how I started my business.
Okay, then that's very good. That's very well said. That's now the business side. So now we want to skip into a little bit of motivation. Can you please tell us what keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated is something I speak about a lot on social media. So I come from a household where I was raised by my grandmother. And the way she raised me keeps me motivated. That was a woman that, regardless of whatever happened, she kept going. And knowing that in the back of my head, I come from that, I also need to keep going. Then I can say my children, they're a big part of why I do what I do. I don't want them to conform to the norm. I don't want them to one day sit in an office like I did when I was corporate and be like, I can't do this. I want to basically fall over because I'm stressed out. I have to clock in for tea. I have to clock out for tea. If you go to the bathroom, my motivation is behind not conforming to the norm, making sure that we live comfortably the way we would like to live without having the stresses of every day.
Well, that's very well said. Thank you very much for that motivation. So my next question for you is, what is some of your challenges you face as being a mom and a businesswoman?
Ooh, it's a long list. So when I started out in the e-commerce industry, the industry wasn't as filled as what it is now. COVID changed a lot for a lot of people. A lot of people were left destitute without any way out. That's why we have a lot more hairdressers, we have a lot more nail techs, we have a lot more people hustling towards something bigger. And it's difficult to point out one challenge, but what I can say is challenges face time, resources, capital. Starting from scratch is not easy, and so many people are faced with that. But if I must tell you, I started from 850 Rand loan. Woo! That my granny gave me from a pension. Yeah. It can be done. But the bigger challenges now is the market being flooded with a lot of the same things that I do. What I feel sets me apart is I put truth into how I sell products. I've used my knowledge to my advantage to make sure that whether they buy from me or somebody else, that they're buying what they need when they need it, to use it exactly how they need it.
Wow, thank you very much. So I do have a next question for you. My next question for you is, where do you see yourself in the next 3 years?
Whew. Guys, you know what? I started out before many of the bigger names now. And for the longest time, I've actually gunned myself. I've gunned myself because I thought I needed to be the person that I see on the screen. So where I see myself in the next 3 years is, I'd like to be financially more free. I'd like to have to spend more time with my kids and be a better mother, because that's very important to me. But I'd also like to be one of the biggest female entrepreneurs creating jobs in our colored communities for our people. Because I still feel our people get severely overlooked and misinformed, because we are given this beautiful thing via social media of how life is supposed to be. But in all honesty, life isn't like that. And yeah, I see myself being a beacon for my people. A content creator. I don't consider myself an influencer. A content creator that you can look at and read from my story and approach and ask questions. So where I see myself hasn't got any financial bounds, because it's not about what I'm going to achieve financially, it's more about what I'm going to achieve spiritually and the impact I'm going to make, because that will determine the most important thing, and that is my legacy that I leave behind.
Okay, so that's very well said. I actually do love the part where you say you want to create jobs in our colored communities. I'm in love with that part. So one of my last questions for you is, can you give us a word of motivation or a motto that you live by?
Okay, so my words of motivation is actually a daily prayer that I say. And because I come from a life that has exposed me, like it's exposed many women and many people, not only in my community but also in the country, is me telling myself and asking myself, God, don't let whatever has ever happened to me change my heart. I do not want to be that affected by trauma, life circumstances and stress that I become a different person, that I become consumed by finances, and that my heart goes black. So in simple terms, I say, Lord, let whatever has ever happened to me not change me. I don't want my heart to be changed.
Okay, so there you have it, guys. It was very nicely said. It was good to hear from the lady herself all these nice things and personal things that we didn't know before, but now we do know. So I just want to say thank you for motivating us and for being the cool person that you are. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chad, for being somebody, and everybody watching, that you guys believe in me, you follow me, you message me on a daily basis telling me how I encourage you. And what I always tell people is, don't use me as encouragement. Ik heel te veel. But I appreciate you guys, because it's you guys that buy from my business and follow me on socials that actually have made it possible for me to never give up and to stay doing what I'm doing and living my dream.